One model dominates multiple continents, but the global top 10 list is not what you expect. We are looking at the latest data for the third quarter of 2025 and year-to-date performance. The pattern here is distinct. Affordability, perceived reliability, and massive fleet strength are beating pure hype. We are keeping this powertrain neutral unless the engine choice clearly drives the volume. You will see regional heroes that barely register in one market absolutely crush it in another, creating a global aggregate that tells us exactly where the smart money is going. Let's dive in. Watch how the rankings shift by region as we climb to number 1. Number 10 is the Volkswagen Golf. You might think the hatchback is dead based on American roads, but Europe disagrees. The Golf remains a titan of volume because it balances value with deep brand trust. Fleet managers in the European Union love this car for its predictable running costs, and private buyers in Germany and the United Kingdom stay loyal because the trim levels cover everything from basic transport to high-performance GTY models. It moved over 445,000 units globally in 2024, keeping steady even as crossovers surge. Number 9 is the Hyundai Tucson. This is the global riser. It is strong in Korea, gaining ground in Europe, and momentum in the United States is real, with over 165,000 units sold there through the third quarter of 2025. The formula is warranty value plus efficient trims. It hits that size to price balance perfectly, offering a design that stands out without scaring off the mainstream buyer. Number 8 is the Nissan Rogue, known globally as the X-Trail. This is the default family hauler for millions. It sells on mainstream pricing and availability. While Europe buys the X-Trail, in the United States, it moved over 161,000 units year to date. It is the safe bet for buyers who just want a car that works, often winning on financing offers when competitors hold firm on the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Number 7 is the Honda Civic. Whether it is a sedan or a hatchback, the Civic runs on long-term reliability and resale value. You buy it because you know it holds equity. North America is a key anchor, moving over 185,000 units in the United States through September 2025. The recent addition of a potent hybrid powertrain has only cemented its status as the compact king. Speaking of dependable nameplates, the next group shows how trust compounds into scale. Number 6 is the Toyota Camry. This is the mid-size benchmark. It offers a low total cost of ownership that fleet managers and families crave. While competitors like the Ford Fusion vanished, the Camry doubled down. It cleared 1 million units globally in 2024, and the United States remains a fortress, with over 234,000 sold through the third quarter of 2025. It is the definition of a safe place to put your money, especially with the shift to a heavily hybrid lineup that delivers massive fuel savings. Number 5 is the Ford F-Series. This is a North American powerhouse that exports globally. It is not just a truck, it is a tool. The demand comes from work use, commercial fleets, and a trim ladder that stretches from basic work trucks to luxury haulers. The United States and Canada dominate the story, helping the nameplate clear 600,000 units in 2024. Business tax incentives drive huge volumes here as companies upgrade fleets to manage operating costs. Number 4 brings us to the Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra. When you combine this platform scale, the numbers are massive. They sell on incentives, fleet contracts, and sheer dealer density. Concentrated in North America, the Sierra alone moved over 251,000 units in the United States through the third quarter, while the Silverado topped 682,000 globally in 2024. The loyalty here is unbreakable. Once a buyer enters the General Motors truck ecosystem, they rarely leave. Now the top 3. This is where global reach and perceived reliability lock the podium. Number 3 is the Honda CR-V. This is the global family SUV standard. It sells because it is the right size, has the right comfort, and Honda maintains strict pricing discipline. It recorded over 337,000 units in 2024, and presence in North America, Southeast Asia, and China gives it true global legs. It is rarely the cheapest option, but the resale value justifies the entry price for millions of families. Number 2 is the Toyota Corolla. This is the evergreen sedan. It rules because it is affordable, perceived as unbreakable, and it dominates ride-hailing fleets worldwide. It topped 1.2 million units globally in 2024 and added nearly 180,000 in the United States through September 2025. It anchors markets in Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America where reliability is the only spec that matters. The hybrid variant is particularly crucial here, offering diesel-like range with gasoline simplicity. Number 1 is the Toyota RAV4, often bolstered by the Corolla Cross in global counts. This duo powers volume like nothing else. The RAV4 hits the sweet spot for pricing and wide trim availability. It leads in North America and Oceania, while the Corolla Cross lifts numbers in Asia and Latin America. The trust in the brand drives the sales. Buyers believe this car will run for 20 years, and that perception moves metal faster than any marketing campaign. The pattern is clear. Trust, value, and availability drive the scoreboard. When you step back and look at the global map for 2025, the growth story is uneven. Asia is driving the volume, while Europe softens under regulatory pressure, and the United States remains steady but expensive. The mix is undeniable. Crossovers dominate the retail landscape, but traditional cars persist largely because fleet managers and rideshare drivers need affordability that sport utility vehicles simply cannot match. You also notice that powertrain choices follow brand trust. Electrification only drives massive volume when it lowers the total cost of ownership, and that is why hybrids from Toyota and Honda are surging, while pure electric vehicles face volatility in markets without heavy subsidies. Reliability. Perception is the invisible hand here. It compounds into strong resale values and automatic fleet renewals. If a rental agency knows a model holds 50% of its value after 3 years, they buy thousands of them. That keeps production lines running and parts cheap. You also need to watch the regional shifts. Chinese brands are rising rapidly in Asia and export markets, forcing incumbents to defend their turf with aggressive hybrid rollouts and value trims. For you, this means high-volume models have firm pricing because demand is built in. Dealers know these cars sell themselves, so they rarely feel the need to discount the metal sitting on the front line. This creates a bifurcated market where winners command full price. So how do you use this list without overpaying? If you are shopping for one of these top 10 global best sellers, you need a specific strategy. Because demand is high, expect limited discounts on the hood. You cannot walk into a dealership expecting thousands off a RAV4 or Civic just because you ask. Shop multiple dealers and remain flexible on paint colors and trim packages to find a unit that is not loaded with dealer markups. A smarter move is to go adjacent. Look at sibling models one rung below the headline nameplate. If the RAV4 is marked up, the Corolla Cross sits on the same lot with similar reliability, but often less pricing pressure. You should also target fleet timing. Corporate fleets and rental agencies often shift allocations at the end of quarters or the fiscal year. This can free up inventory or push dealers to hit volume bonuses, opening the door for negotiation on mainstream trims. Always analyze the total cost, not just the manufacturer's suggested retail price. These top sellers often have cheaper insurance and slower depreciation, which might make a $35,000 Camry cheaper to own over 5 years than a $30,000 competitor that drops like a rock in value. Finally, watch regional inventory. If you live in a crossover-heavy region, sedans might be sitting unloved on the lot. Cross-border deals can save you serious money if you are willing to drive. One last thing before we wrap. What ties every winner together? The real pattern connecting these 10 vehicles is simple. Value you can trust available at scale wins the global volume game every single time. It is not about 0 to 60 times, soft touch dashboard plastics, or having the absolute latest infotainment screens. It is about the guarantee that the car will start every morning for a decade and hold its value when you decide to sell. That promise of reliability is what moves millions of units from Tokyo to Texas. The data never lies about what people truly value. We have covered the global aggregate today, but the story changes drastically when you zoom in. The European list looks nothing like the North American list, and the Southeast Asian market is shifting faster than anywhere else. Do you want to see a breakdown of regional bestsellers by body style and price band? We can tear down the data for specific markets to show you exactly what is moving in your neighborhood versus what is gathering dust. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button to let us know. Tell me in the comments which of these top 10 you would actually put your own money on, and which one you think is riding on past glory. I read every comment to see where the real enthusiast sentiment is. We are digging into the truck wars next week to analyze how the pickup segment is handling the hybrid transition. You do not want to miss that deep dive. Subscribe to Top Tier Motors so you catch the regional follow-up with the detailed sales charts and trim comparisons. Until then, buy the car that fits your life, not just the sales charts.